You want to come dungeon delving with me, Alright, okay. What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James, or ThnxCya, and welcome back to another Minecraft mod spotlight. Today we are going to be taking a look at the fantastic Runic Dungeons mod. So yeah, this is a very, very awesome one because it contains a rather big dungeon. Well, you know what? It's a very big dungeon. It's actually a dimension-sized dungeon. So this is really awesome. This thing does not spawn in the overworld, and there's a few things you are going to have to go and find in order to get yourself to this place. So yeah, before we take a look at all of this, let's see how we do it. Step 1. Find yourself a temple. Either a jungle one or a desert one will do. Ooh. Step 2. Steal everything. And oh, what's your step? Steady. Oh no. Ah! Step 3. See if you have found a piece of magical chalk. This is the item you are going to need in order to get to this special dungeon. Ooh, found you. Step 4. Get a piece of chiseled stone brick, slap it down, right click with the chalk, and boom, you have the portal. Hey! Okay, so this is what the portal looks like. It looks absolutely awesome. I love this kind of like ring of black magic around it. Looks pretty damn cool. Now, the thing you will notice about this portal is if you actually jump in the middle, it doesn't do anything. As cool as it looks, it doesn't actually work like that. What you have to do is you have to right click it and it will teleport you into the dungeon. Okay, so here we are in the dungeon itself. As you can see, this place looks absolutely awesome. Check out the walls and stuff. It is absolutely incredible. What the heck are you doing in here, Ronald? You want to come dungeon delving with me, Alright, okay. So yeah, anyway, check this place out. It looks absolutely awesome. This is actually not. You may notice I'm actually using a texture pack here. This is actually what it will look like in vanilla for you. So these are unique blocks. They look absolutely incredible. And what happens, really, really clever, as soon as you spawn into the dungeon here, you actually get a dungeon key. Now, you may notice that on each side of the walls here, we have these blocks with 2 holes in. Each wall has its own keyhole. And essentially what you need to do is every single room has a hidden key, and in order to progress through the dungeon, you need to find the next key, which will unlock the next door, and so forth. So essentially it is a gigantic labyrinth style maze full of mad loot but also mobs. So just really, really cool. Now, what we're going to do here is, in case you do actually want to download this and play this yourself, we won't go too deep, and, you know, I won't try and show you every little thing about it, but we'll kind of just do a little bit in creative mode here. So the first thing you've got to do is pick which direction you want it. Which way should we go, Ronald? This way. You're quite close to this one, so you know what, we're going to go here. Boom! There we go. We have ourselves our first room. So you can see this is just a typical example of what the dungeon may look like. There are different rooms to this. This is just an example of one of them. As you can see, it is packed full of skeletons. Look at these bad boys. Let's actually check the chests here. We've got loot in that one. We've got, wow, loads of random loot in there. In one of these, ooh, hey, wait a minute, you're not seeing a dungeon key, right? Somewhere in here is a dungeon key. I actually know what the dungeon key is. It's up here. So yeah, check that out. We actually have a dropper with a dungeon key. But you're going to fight your way through all these bad boys in order to get. So let's go this way next. Okay. Another room. We have ourselves loads of... Oh my goodness. Man, you guys need to chill out. Now, occasionally, you will actually find keys inside the loot chest themselves. So, you know, it's kind of up to you, really, how you want to do it. But you know what we're going to do here? We're actually just going to grab ourselves a load of keys. There we go. Let's just grab that many. And let's see where we can go. So going through another one of these rooms. I'm trying to actually find a unique room for you, because there are a few. We're actually seeming to get quite a few of the same type at the moment, actually. But there are different ones, because I have been down here already. Ah, there we go. Here's a good example. So this is a secondary room, and as you can see, it is an awesome looking library, which is packed full of bits and pieces. Boom, there is our dungeon key here. And there's like loads of different entrances and exits. Ah, straight into another one. Wow. Check this out. And then obviously in every single one, it is packed full of amazing loot and bits and pieces for you to find. So of course, if if you're running other mods and stuff, I do believe that those items will actually spawn in the loot chest themselves. I think it uses exactly the same mechanic as it would, you know, in normal vanilla, with the added sort of bonus of having those keys in there and having this awesome dungeon in order to find it. So I actually have one more room that I really want to show you whilst we're down here. So let me go and take a look for it. Aha, there we go. Boom. So that only took me a couple of rooms to find, but as you can see, this is a great place to come and fight the Wither. Now, this is for a genuinely good reason, because one of the items that you can craft, which is probably the most OP one, does actually require nether stars in order to get it. So, yeah, which one is it actually? We'll take a look at these items in a second, but the Belt of Flight here, as you can see, it does require a nether star. Now, this is a super OP item, but you do need to work for it, so I guess that's kind of acceptable, but it's kind of up to you. Ooh, this is a different room as well. Oh, check this place out. It's absolutely amazing, and it goes on forever. Now, the cool thing about this mod itself is that it is actually still very much in work in progress. So, according to the mod developers page, what is going to happen in here is that it's actually going to be more mini-bosses, more dungeons, more loot, more special rooms, etc, etc. So this could be a really, really awesome dungeon mod for the future, but I just absolutely love the key system, where you do actually have to try and find the keys yourself in order to progress to the different rooms, and you never know what is going to be behind the next door. So yeah, anyway, let's get out of this place and let's go and take a look at some of the other items that come with the mod. So I should also mention this just before we go back. Hello, you little sausage. Yeah, when you actually die down here, you don't actually spawn back in the overworld. You spawn back in the beginning chamber, which is a really, really useful thing to do, because if you want to, you can try and go in a different direction, or if you want to get back to the surface, all you need to do is right-click this portal again, and it will take you back to your house. Okay, we are back, and yeah, as you can see, just a really, really awesome idea of having this entire dimension, which is purely a massive dungeon. It's going to be great if you enjoy, you know, getting stuck in there, but I would highly recommend that you get yourself geared up before going in, because there's a lot of mobs, and, you know, it will be pretty tough, but you could probably come out with that a very, very rich man. There is a lot of stuff down there, which is going to be really useful. So, another few things that this mod actually has in it are these very, very awesome amulets. Now, the thing with this mod is, if you are going to download it and use it, there is also another link to a separate mod on the same page, which is called Baubles. Now, Baubles is a really, really cool mod, because basically what it does is it's essentially an interface which is used to integrate with other mods. So it's called Baubles, and what it does is it puts this little ring at the top there, and then you can actually add either rings, belts, or amulets to your character. So this works with quite a few different mods like this, and it does work with this particular Runic Dungeons one, which is great, because it will allow you to use these amulets which come with the mod pack. So, let's go and take a little look at these. These are pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. Oh, no! I saw you! Hang on, wait a second. I've got an idea. Hang on. Oh, God. Wait a sec. No! Ah! I was going to take a selfie. Hang on, there you go. Survive the creeper. Boop. There we go. Selfie taken. Right, so getting back on track, let's take a look at these amulets. As you can see here, they look pretty damn awesome, and each one of these have essentially like a potion effect, which is a constant potion effect for your character. So you can only wear one of them at a time, however, it will give you a continuous buff depending on which one you think would be most useful. So how do we make these? Well, let's go and take a look here. Let's start here with the Amulet of Wind, for example. Now, the Amulet of Wind takes every single amulet actually has the same crafting recipe, apart from this middle potion here. So there's 3 string at the top, there's 2 gold ingots either side, and there's 2 diamonds at the bottom, and then in the bottom middle slot is where you change the potion depending on which amulet you want. So this one here is the Potion of Swiftness, and then this will give you the Amulet of Wind, which will give you a, you know, sort of speed boost, I guess. The Amulet of Earth here uses... Oh, no, hang on, wait a minute. The Amulet of Earth does not use that one. Oh, there we go. Hang on, wait a second. The Amulet of Earth doesn't do anything. That's kind of weird. We'll try it out. Should we try it out? Yeah, let's try this Amulet of Earth out. Let's see what it does. It doesn't appear to have a crafting recipe for it, which is a little bit odd. So let's stick it in our bauble slot there. Boom. And we can see, it gives us haste. Okay, so that's going to be really useful for, you know, mining and stuff, which is all good. So yeah, we also have the Amulet of Strength here, which uses a strength potion, and leaping, which has... the leaping one doesn't have a one linked either, which is kind of weird. But I think you'll know which potions to use for those. I think that might be one which is going to work for 1.8, I'd imagine. But yeah, not for this one, unfortunately. But we do have a healing potion here, which is regeneration. We have a blaze, which is a fire resistance, and we have an ocean, which is a water breathing. So each one of these will give you a continuous buff in your Minecraft world, which is really, really sweet. Let's go and try on another one. Let's try on a strength and see what it looks like. Dun, 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 da, da. There we go. And as you can see, I have a continued strength buff. So it is going to be really, really useful for fighting, and I would recommend that you try and make some of these before you go into this hellhole of a dungeon, because it's really, really going to help you out. And as well as that, we did actually briefly look at the belts. Now, this is kind of like a work in progress style thing. We have two belts currently, an arrow belt and a belt of flight. Now, the arrow belt is pretty cool, and if I remember correctly, what it does is when you actually put it into your bottom belt here, any arrows that are fired at you from, you know, skeletons and stuff, if they stick into you, they have a chance of dropping, and then you can pick up those items yourself. So that's a really good way to get some more arrows. And the other one here is the Belt of Flight, which does give you flying powers. However, you do need to get the Wither Star in order to get that. The Wither Star? The Nether Star from the Wither in order to get that. So it's a little bit crazy OP, but you know, what can you do, eh? So just a really, really nifty little mod here. You can also dye the colours of these belts. However, this is a little bit buggy at the moment. This is still a relatively work in progress mod. So yeah, there's loads to come in the future. But anyway, that is about it for this video. So I do hope you enjoyed it. Checking out the Runic Dungeons mod. Really, really promising. I think this is going to be super, super fun. Especially when they have, you know, new dungeon areas, mini bosses, loads of loot, etc. It's going to be pretty damn sweet. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, before you go, please remember to poke me in that like button, and if you're not yet subscribed, go for it, because we do Minecraft done fun. But until next time, thank you once again for watching. It's been such a pleasure. As always, thanks, and see ya.